Bobby, can we roll that tape now, please? Now, folks, here's an interview we taped earlier out there at the hospital.
Oh, miss, do you know your name?
Of course I know my name. It's... Oh, this is absurd. I know it. No, get that thing out of my face. Ugh, what a horrible wig. You mean to tell me that I have no medical recourse?
Well, there's
Can she see us? Not unless she's Superwoman.
Well, what do you know? Extend your brain a teensy little bit, if possible.
You seem to be suffering from a temporary amnesia, either from the bump into the garbage scow or the shock of the cold water.
How temporary is it?
Well, we don't know. Other than that, you seem to be in excellent physical shape.
Listen to me, medical people. As of now, I have a life history of a dirty garbage scow and a breakfast of extremely runny eggs over easy. Now, I refuse to be incarcerated in this semi-private room. You snore. While there are no efforts being made for anyone to try to locate someone.
Is that her?
Or cure me. I demand you do something. Do you hear me?
No, I never saw her before in my life.
What a lovely little bride I'll make, my dear, I'll look divine. Things are working out according to my ultimate design. Soon I'll have that little mermaid and the ocean will be mine.
The sea witch.
Oh, no. She's gonna... I got it.
Well, I'm not surprised. Peter is bullying and screaming into the camera at Nick Avacado. Seriously, Peter gets stuffed. First of all, Peter, you do not have a personal trainer. You do not have a nutritionist. Nor do you have a memory lapse. You do, however, have a major case of verbal diarrhea. This is pathetic behavior on your part, just to manipulate your dwindling grannies. Let's look into these Reddit comments, shall we? He's making the same video about Nick over and over. He keeps saying that he doesn't like the way Nick talks to his audience. Is he for real right now? Him? This man who kept telling his audience to get effed over and over? This man who screamed and hollered at us for a couple months, telling us to get effed, has a problem with how Nick is treating his viewers? Wow. Just wow. Can we report him to YouTube for some type of violation? I'm serious. He is deranged. A lot of people have reported him, especially when he threatened to show up to one of his viewers' houses, BC. He was pissed at them, saying he just might have to take a little trip and show up where they were. But for real, we have threads upon threads going back to 2016 on Guru Gossip. This behavior isn't new, nor are his reactions when he's called on it. I think we were all fans at some point, and I'd be hard-pressed to find someone who wasn't vulnerable at the time they found him. He's always been nasty. He was just able to hide it better. I go hard on him because he has this persona of all-wise guru when he's anything but. He has said and done such disgusting things and somehow gotten away with it. I can go on, but you get the idea. Now, I'm not a follower of Nick's, but I do wish him well with his journey. And Peter, dear, take your keyboard and shove it up your ass. Guys, as always, leave your comments down below. As always, grab these from the Reddit page from this week. Peter is faking not remembering things because he got called out by Tea Time this past week. So you know he's going to play victim. Peter does have a talent, a sociopathic talent to humiliate himself, a talent to look at the camera and say whatever he thinks works for his audience, and if necessary, cry a few tears. Karma will get him eventually. He has been so disrespectful and awful to so many people. I feel there are more people than me that will help Karma to get along and speed things up eventually. Funny how his sob story comes out when he's been outed by Tea Time for the two-faced asshole he is. This is an astute observation. The correlation of timing around when he's experiencing trying times and when he's in the drama himself, he's done this before, so I don't put it past him. I was thinking he might address it, but since he didn't, he went into default mode. Teary and worried, always a victim. It's awful, but I don't believe most things he says anymore. And he's grateful for his audience all of a sudden. Got to keep the 5 people who haven't seen the light yet satisfied. No news on how his meeting with the personal trainer went last week. No news how his meeting with the nutritionist went last week. Only 2 more bouts of pancreatitis, and he will be in his goal weight. And this was only one public thing. Peter had quite spicy conversations, as per John Kukian and others privately with young boys. Let's hope these other people, or victims, as Peter would like to call them, come out. I would think John Kukian at least would like to have a redemption arc, even if the other twink doesn't like to be public. He's probably freaking out that the Tea Time stuff is about to cause a huge infight. I'm sure Dustin loves knowing he basically called him a pothead loser who does nothing but lays around eating DoorDash. He seems like the type of guy who doesn't anger easily or hold a grudge. Meanwhile, Peter now knows that all his good Judy drama buddies celebrated when he got in a car accident that almost offed him. Good times. He was always an asshole and always yapped about the same shit before the accident. Only now he's almost a recluse beastie he won't drive. I know during COVID lockdowns, it made me hate people and everything a little more. I don't think it's anything more than his non-living at this point. As the title says, I was a fan of Peter's for years. I found him in 2020 and I've watched him every week since. I only watch his drama channel because I don't care for his others. But this year, I've started to get seriously fed up of watching his content. He's become so angry, judgmental, and bitter. I think he's let people's opinions of him really warp his views and how he chooses to speak to people. Listening to him sit online and belittle and bully people just because he doesn't like them and call it drama is unhinged. People criticize him and he thinks telling them to wear diapers is funny. He's constantly defending bad people and slating people if they say things he doesn't agree with. It stopped becoming light-hearted drama months ago, and I'm at breaking point with following him. These latest rounds of Avacado videos. Why would you sit on camera and drag profusely someone who's lost 250 pounds just because of why they did it? It doesn't matter why they did it. All that matters is that they did. And besides, Avacado is a character. He created the villainous person he is. None of what he does or how he acts is real. You have to be seriously slow to not see that. I just can't with Peter anymore. He's not a drama channel or someone just having an opinion. He's a bitter and mean man that's getting worse with every post. Agree, his drama used to be fun. Now he just screams and acts unhinged. I can't even watch him at all. Peter is an awful person who shouldn't have a platform where he abuses his audience and screams at them and bullies other content creators. I would bet between the two of them, Peter is the worst, in my humble opinion. He caused an horrific car accident that took an innocent man's life, then constantly brings up his poor mother for sympathy on how she called him and wanted him to move on, which I don't believe for 1 minute that it took place, faked being a therapist for years on end, and bullies people and his viewers non-stop. That deleted live stream probably had more than what Peter wanted us to see. Same with his Tumblr account. Do you think we're going to see a major meltdown this week? His go-to when he has been caught in some naughty things which he cannot back up, has been crying, scream crying on camera. I think he is now so unhinged he even can't make a video or a reply to anything. Honestly, I think he is so far gone, he doesn't do anything except being even more unhinged on videos right up till the moment Alex calls for him to be. That's my prediction. He will just go on with his craziness. And of course, his other go-to move, Boo, will just disappear from videos as he has died of camera, i.e., he was put to sleep like all his other animals, whether healthy or not. We should remember that old Pete is quite trigger-happy with the death needle what comes to his doggos. Peter is such a scary person. I wouldn't let my cat near that psycho.
Okay, everybody on their feet. Whirly birds! Whirly birds! Jackhammer! Jackhammer! Windshield wipers! Windshield wipers! Charlie horse!
Excuse me, but am I invisible?
Possibly from Pluto.
I want a balloon!
You've already got one.
Jumping must have expanded my foot.
And I see you must have fallen on your butt a time or two.
How dare you say that to my face?
Well, I'd say it behind your back, but my car's only got half a tank again.
Just about had enough of you.
Well, you wouldn't say that if I came with fries and a medium drink. You know medium, the size between small and you.
Up our way! 2, 4, 6, 8! Go get fun! Up our way!
1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna fall through the floor.
Think you're going? Aren't you open?
Sorry, ma'am, but unlike your mouth, we occasionally close.
With this attitude, you're going to be working here for the rest of your life.
Well, take a gander into the seat next to you if you want to see what your future looks like.
Come, Penelope. Let's go someplace where they treat us with respect.
Try the moon, you'll weigh less now. Well, let me explain. See, it's just like an elevator. There's a 2-ton weight limit on these things. Let's say I nail the soles directly to your feet. It'll give you more traction when you're pulling the ice wagon.
You will be hearing from my attorney.
Is that the law offices of Hagen and Dot?
You're in my son. I'm trying to get an all-over tan.
You're asking a lot of the sun.
Excuse me, do you have any pumps in my size?
Yes, I do, but the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Shoes would not allow me to sell them to you.
Well, I hope you get coal in your stocking on Christmas morning.
And I hope you get slim fast in yours. Now, we're about to have our Christmas party here, so would you mind eggnogging on out?